definitely late this morning. When I got up this morning, I got up like maybe about 4 because last night's art session, of course, was draining because I had to put away the food before Alex and I got prepared for bed. So this morning I woke up, was like I could feel the negative energy around me. So I was like, I don't want to do anything. Like it was already draining me before I even like spoke my first word this morning. So I just got up and started doing my rigmarole. And I should have known because as much meditation and stuff that I usually do, and it's like on a routine, like for some reason it was thrown off this morning. And I was okay to go with the flow because sometimes you gotta let things flow, right? So I was already like getting weirded out by my next door neighbors. All right, okay, because but I try to mind my business because you never know what people got going on, right? But like this is proof that having some men around is embarrassing. Okay, it's simply freaking embarrassing. And the amount of aggression I met this morning was like uncalled for, right? So I yeah, like some men are very embarrassing. Like to be talked to like that first thing in the morning, like I haven't even had coffee yet. I don't even want the coffee now because like the adrenaline is already pushing. So to even have to like get in contact with the cops, like I actually had to contact the cops this morning. Are you like serious? I had to actually call the police this morning because this dude like went in on me, like for real. And then a female got involved because like all summer, like she's been serenading me on my ring camera and like doing little stuff to like she's trying to incite a fight with me. This little thing that's like so my ring camera fortunately works. Like it works. It's connected. I don't just have the thing up there just to make people think. Okay, so it works. And I don't know if they realize that. Like I catch the little shit, but I don't bother with it because some people are weird. I have more than 20 years experience DDA, psych, and this human behavioral science. So you understand, right? So I understand the concept of live and not let and let live, but I ain't being let live like comfortably. Like this guy has like seriously recorded me, like went out of the way to try to make a narrative and everything. And I still don't know this guy's first and last name. Like he uses nicknames and all this stuff. So it's weird that he used an opportunity this morning to scream at me at the top of his lungs this morning and actually ended up threatening me. So yes, I did contact the police and make them aware that there is a male and a female that they want me bad. Like you could, their mouths are watering. They want a reason to put hands on me. Like this is serious. Like some men are not worth having around. Like I've already heard how he does not like through my walls. He does not. Thank you, Betty. I hear him through my walls screaming at his family all the time. So I try not to interact with him at all. But you're not going to disrespect my stuff and property, and then I'm being neighborly to you. I'm like, hey, make sure you call 311 so that you can get your trash can because like I'm trying to keep the pestilence down. And in the wintertime, the things that are outside want to come in your house. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and just trying to stay out of the way and be neighborly. But this guy's reaction was like definitely uncalled for. I've got to let you hear the audio. I can't show you any of the images in case I have to take this any further. But you should hear this opportunity he took. Like, I've got to play it. Saying something to you. Stop talking to me, you stupid bitch. I know I'm rude. And I'm disrespectful to you, dumbass bitch. At the end, I don't know if you heard it. He said he would beat the shit out of me. Like, what? I got the second recording with the female that came out, like right afterwards. Like she's like a pit bull, but listen to what she says. Like, this is proof that she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, and she only say something to you, and she keep doing it. She just told me yesterday, bitch ain't say nothing. Leave my brother the fuck alone before you make me
I told her, I said, I don't do all that. If you want to get aggressive, not me. But she says it in the she admits like she's doing things to do like to excite me. Like serious up. She said, well, she saw me yesterday and she didn't say nothing. That's the operative word. I saw you. You were not doing shit. Like she literally like came to the door and went like this. So I was throwing away recycling. So I continued to throw away recycling because fuck you mean. And went the hell back in my house. Like, you are not important in my life. I hope you are important in your life because you're not important in mine. But the fact that you keep wanting to make your presence known to me, get off my dick, okay? Thank you. My proverbial one, okay? Yes, he does. And this is why I called 911. I called the good guys and let them come intervene because I'm not going to do all that. That's crazy. And yeah, I actually like had to pray about that. Like, Lord, keep me out of that because yucky. So after that, I went outside and I cleaned my backyard. I got all the leaves there the back. So I just gotta the rest of it, I just gotta get the leaves out. So, I'm not gonna interact in any back and forth, but I did make sure that I, you know, put paperwork because it's serious. When your so-called protector doesn't show protection at all. Like you yelling at me actually was very silly because I already hear you yelling at your family. So there is no respect coming from you. And yes, you did state that. You get disrespectful, you're rude as hell, and that's okay. But I just want to, I don't understand people's things. That's why martial arts, pepper spray, anything like I'm not going to call on someone or I'm not going to call on someone who's necessarily not even safe for themselves. Like I'm going to let the threat be the savior. That is crazy. So yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to make that known that like I have like an enemy like right next door. We share a common wall. And I don't care if they're listening because it's cruel. It's cruel. And yeah, like a woman shouldn't have to live like that. Like I don't bother that guy. And then to have a female, and in most points when there are females getting harmed, there's always at least one female accomplice, one that doesn't think it's that bad, one that wants to take up for the person who's definitely in the wrong. And yeah, well, I've got audio and visual of you as well. So, like that's not cool. That's not cool what you did. It's not. Because what if that happened to you at your place? Like everybody's not willing to go to jail. Everybody does not want to get out in the street and fight. Nobody wants to be subjected to pew pews and stuff like that. Like, why can't you just okay and go back like I do? I'd be like, okay, and go back. I'm like, this is weird. So anyway, make sure you get your book Inside Gossip. It's definitely a read. And yeah, that part. So I did not do any tarot this morning because I had all those things going on. So I decided to clean the yard, clean the kitchen, do all that stuff. And I did send off the project. I did send off the painting. I am going to wait and see if not the doctor, see if the teacher sends a note or something. But by the way, my second grader, yes, I have a second grader. My second grader is doing good in school. He only got like 2 columns where he like does not meet the standards. Like he's on his way. He's in between goals. So that is good. And he's doing really good. So I'm proud of him. He's doing very well. And hopefully this project gives him the overall score that he needs, right? So yay. Yeah, so do I want to read? 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 Yeah, sure, why not? But I'm not going to draw any cards. I'm just going to shuffle. I'm just going to talk to you because this is what I do. I mean, This is how I started and didn't know, but now that I went back and I listened to a lot of my recordings, it's always a read. So today I was going through my feed and we have a new culture. This culture is diabolical. It's unlike any other. This culture is where we're supposed to not have feelings, or we're supposed to use these feelings to capitalize on other people's feelings. I'm thinking that I think I addressed this earlier in the year, like the Ponzi scheme of hearts, like where people are actually monetizing the breaking of hearts and the breaking of families and the breaking up. They're breaking everything. It's almost like isn't there a tradition where you break dishes or something? I think it's Greece or something. I don't know. I have to look it up. But yeah, there is a tradition where they actually like break dishes after, and it's like a ritual and it's like a cleansing thing, you break the stuff. Or like jumping across the broom, that's ritualistic as well. And so subtle, so subtle. A lot of things are ritualistic, lighting candles, that's what they do in the Catholic Church, going to the altar, that's what they do in the Christian church, that's what they do in a lot of churches. Down to the way the pews are lined up, there's columns like that. That's like science. That's almost like science though, the columns, because yeah, where's that song? I have like a sciency song, and it's a love song because actually I was in the middle of writing a lot of love songs before I came up with the because after I went through that little, I don't know, it was Mary Blige-ish, I guess you want to say, when I started writing, when I really, really started writing, because the deepest of the deepest, I mean, even feelings that I didn't even know were coming through in my lyrics. And I didn't know that. So after a while, I started paying attention, like, okay, so yeah, that was okay, that was a deep era. So now getting to the light of things, there was a part where I actually got like the love thing going on. And I wrote a song called Twin Flame. I forget the melody right now, so I can't remember it, and I haven't practiced it in a while. I wrote a song called Twin Flame. There were some other ones that were great, and I'm telling you, like, I'm bringing back love, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm bringing back love. And yeah, so it's been pretty cool today. And I think love is coming back, because what else do we have besides hate? Like, I think sin is maturing. It's coming to its full source. Full core. Somebody does not want me to talk right now. It's coming to its full course, okay? I think it's biblical. It's prophecy too. That he was not going to put these things to an end until they came into full circle. Yeah, to full circle. Some people operate like that. They do not let you stop in the middle. They tell you have to go all the way through before you can pass back. And that might be the way to work, because sometimes people need to go through things, and that's the only way to learn. But some people, they will go through things and they won't learn. They have very hard heads. They like, oh, I'll take it with a grain of salt, but I'm still going to be the same way. And that's like insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results and expecting something different. And it's not going to happen because you're still doing the same thing. Like, there's even someone in the energy like that. They don't want to be told that they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong as 3, 5, 4 left shoes, not enough feet. But because they're still like able to move around and do things, they feel like it's nothing. They're like pushing it to the side. They don't even know that karma is why things are like going up shit's creek. And it's karma is usually like a pendulum, a self accelerated pendulum. You ever see those? I don't know how to describe it without just saying balls. The the bearing balls that are connected, and people like often they drop one, they hold it, they drop it, and it makes the other one at the end tap again. And if it gains enough momentum, all of them start to swing in tandem, and it makes the last one go just as aggressively as the first one did, right? So that's how karma kind of works. It comes like, it's almost like a full circle, and after a while the inertia and all that stuff, and it stops, right? Because the momentum is no longer there, because you stop moving it. And that's kind of how it works. Once you stop moving around the karma and actually see what the heck it is, maybe you can deal with it. But You keeping on moving, so you don't even realize it. Like, okay, I tripped. I was able to still walk, so I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, that's a flat tire. I was able to get a fix, so I'm gonna ignore it. But you haven't paid attention to how many bad things happen, and you're like not paying attention to what you're not changing, and that's how it usually happens. Like, I get it. Some people are like, is somebody doing something to me? No, it's really like your own conscious, subconsciously trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't think like that, or maybe you shouldn't have did that, or karma can catch up with you at any time. It waits until you're very good and comfortable. So you got to think back, like, what the hell did I do? That's why it became like really common for me at a young age to like not do too much so that I can remember what I did and kind of repent and not do that again. I definitely learned not to do a lot of things again. Like go into company with people who I know live like really bad lives and they project like they live really good lives. Not to be around narcissists, people who look down on other people because they have and people don't. I don't like being around those people. I don't like being around women who see other women as enemies just because, and it doesn't have anything to do with belongings, doesn't have anything to do with looks. It's just some women just can't stand other women in the room, and it's the same for men too. But then we've got a really sick society where there are men that can't stand to see women in the room. That is bothersome, like, and it evokes a really strong spirit in them. I've seen it. They're like, look, and I've actually experienced some animosity because men are not willing to share space. So if we've got a bunch of angry men and a bunch of angry women coming at us, where the hell am I supposed to stand? What, on the outside? Because you, what? Like what? Like really? Like fix yourself. Cognitive dissonance is really crazy. And a lot of people think because they can actually physically see you that they should measure themselves against you, but they have no idea what's going on in your mind and you don't know what's going on in their mind. So kind of keep your eyes on your own paper, you weirdo. Remember those cheaters that like stole every darn answer and wasn't smart enough to change at least once and one answer wrong? Yeah, there you go. Like, you smart idiot. That doesn't make you that smart. Oh, we're talking about in general. Just take the message as it goes. If the shoe fit, where is it? We're just talking in general. I had one of those trying mornings and I'm just venting. I'm venting right now because I was verbally abused by somebody who was not my man. And that's exactly what I told the police this morning. Like, I already hear you disrespecting your woman. I ain't your woman, so you ain't gonna come over here disrespecting me like you pay my bills. Like he went out the way to get in the middle of my Ring camera and let me know how he felt. Like, how bold is that? And then at the end, you say it audibly for me to hear that you beat the shit out of me. What type of man are you supposed to be? Like, exactly. And how am I supposed to be safe or feel safe when there are more men that probably think like him out here? And they guise it as masculinity or protection or whatever, protection to his household or woman or something. Yelling at the next door neighbor is not protection to your household. I don't know if you know that. It's just not. And making a habit of it is definitely not protection to your household. God sees you even when no one else does. God has a sense of humor. He'll make you look like the person that you do not like. Oh, boy, don't let that go over my head. So yeah, I'm shuffling just because I like to hear the cards shuffle. So yep. Just one of those days. They finally picked the trash up from the back. I was so glad of that. Like, I've been doing my part in society, staying out of the way. But yeah, I just wasn't expecting to wake up to that. And it's like I felt it as a precursor. Like I mentioned, I think I mentioned it yesterday or the day before, where I just get these feelings and I'm like, all right, let's go through it. And damn, did I go through it today? But it's cool. It's cool. It kind of needed to happen because I think this guy believes I'm scared of him because he's kind of really bravado with the females around him. And I guess since I'm quiet, he's like, yeah, she's a punk too. Because all these women that are behind me, they deal with disrespect. So she's gonna deal with my disrespect too. No. Now everybody who even looks like you, like I'm ready for. Like I ain't even playing. Like anybody who looks like anybody who's already disrespecting me is already like, why is you here? For real. Like, but it puts you like that. And I'm glad that I feel like that. I'm glad that I'm real on guard. You know, back when I used to drive everywhere, I used to just be like, okay, I'm gonna just get in my car and leave. Not knowing that these idiots follow you around and sabotage your car and yeah, they do all sorts of stuff to you. But I used to be like in my own little bubble all the time. So I didn't pay nobody no mind. I was like really paying nobody. And I guess people took that as arrogance, but it wasn't. It was me like staying in my bubble. And I guess that's the Pisces in my chart because I came from a Pisces. So you get your parents' signs. I didn't know. I didn't know if you know that. You actually inherit your parents' planets in your chart. So be mindful of that. And you basically are your parents' karma or dharma, depending on what they do as you grow up. So unfortunately, but fortunately, you've become your own parents' walking karma or dharma, depending on how they did the thing. So yeah, that's another thing that you do inherit is your parents' planetary alignment in your chart. So those things are taken into account. That's why you have to fill out all these things when you go to the hospital and you make a baby because they need all of those numbers so that they can crunch them together and apply to your kid. There's your planetary latitude, longitude, and all that good stuff, right? Got that. Gave you a side note. So yeah, just talking, informing, giving information, making people aware, relating to the public, and please feel free if you'd like to share a story for you. I would love to share a story for you. Or if you would like me to talk about certain social things, I'll take a look, a gander. I'll do my research, and I'll let you know if I can do that. Yeah. Trying not to make too much more work for myself. But yeah, it apparently some things need to be said out loud because people are going to keep going on and they're going to keep going with the common, they're going to, oh, well, this makes society feel good. Society has had enough of that. Society has had enough coddling. Let's deal with things as they are now because we're at risk of not dealing with things as they are. Like I seen this whole thing about the Obamacare stuff, the healthcare crisis. We've got this AI crisis where they are copying certain faces, and gaslighting the public to hell, even to the point where they even had Fox News convinced. And I'm like, where is everybody getting 7 kids from? Like they had these, like it was a lot of posts with the same cadence saying the same thing. And I'm pretty sure that they're doing it in the tarot community. I'm sure they're doing it in a lot of other communities as well. And then I'm also seeing the common culture where there are a lot of outside countries that have these podcasts and they're saving all of our collective videos and they're turning them into points of analyzation where they're like combing through people with fine tooth combs. While I don't have a problem with that in some cases, I do, because what happens when like a year or 2 or 3 later somebody combs through their stuff and then they find all these things? Like I think there should be a certain sort of line there when it comes to this regurgitation of information. And I do think that there should be some restrictions to the access of AI because the deep fake is crazy right now. It's crazy right now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just paying attention to the social norms and not norms. The things that shouldn't be normal are turning into like everyday things. They're on the calendar. They are scheduled. Hmm, weird. Yeah, so yeah, that was my rant for today. I needed this. I needed this. Thank you for coming on. Yes, spiritual baddies unite. We all have to be there for one another, and spiritual baddie does not just stick to a female. There are some men that are some bad men. I mean, I've seen a couple of them. I seen a podcast where this brother was breaking down the seven demons that possess certain things, electronics, finances, and all that. And he was talking about marine creatures. And I'm always interested to see other people's point of views when it comes to education, because all knowledge is knowledge. Is just how you take it, how seriously you take it, and how much you invest in it. So it's good to know. It's good to know because, like I said, you could live in your own bubble and it does not serve you. It does not serve you because you have to come out of your bubble and you still have to negotiate and deal with people. At least if you plan on living on this earth in peace, you have to be willing to congregate or cooperate or at least compromise at some point, but not every point. And this is what I'm trying to roll back on. You don't have to compromise on every point. I'm not going to compromise on my I'm not going to compromise on my standard. I'm not going to compromise. uh I don't personally see myself as a role model, but I'm not going to like display negative things because I feel like this is what people want to see. Just not going to do it. That's just been my whole shtick the whole time. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And this is why, in this late age of mine, well, it's not that late. Nah, it's not late at all. It's kind of early. But yeah, anyway. Well, this is why, like, I spent a lot of years just humble, quiet. Like, when I say humble, quiet, meaning I didn't have the channel. I've always known I've had access to YouTube to make a channel, but I didn't have a channel. Like, I didn't even know until I signed on, like, last year that my ex-husband was trying to redirect everything to him still, even though I had already gotten my phone and everything out of his name, out of his network and everything, and had it in my own. He was still like purging information. I just like had to like lock him out of my email recoveries. And it's like, it's serious to the point where you'll leave a person and they'll do you so bad, but they feel so still entitled to all of your information. They feel entitled to your demographics. They feel entitled to any of your space, and they feel entitled to your happiness too. And I think that's bad, because I mean, if you were bold enough to step out there, then step out. Like, don't keep your foot in the door, because I'm a slam it. Yep. I'm a slam it and have slammed it. So I hate the fact that he just won't get out of my energy, even though like I don't want no bothers. Like, all of my exes can go live in Texas. I haven't even been there. Like, seriously. And what's crazy is, as you start to improve and get better, then they want to come back like, no, stay over there. Ew. Like, seriously. Like, I even had, and I think he's part of the gang stalking. Like, this tall light skinned guy that I met and I sang to before. Like, yeah, he did some weird shit to me too. I remember when I first met him, he was like, candle magic. This works better if you put it under a heat lamp instead of like the flame. And I didn't pay no mind to him, because at that point I really still wasn't like magic like crazy. Like, seriously, I was like that. I ain't gonna lie. But I wasn't to the point where I'm going like like go out and straight bash you to a bunch of strangers. Like, I didn't even want nobody at that point to even know I knew you until I was sure of who you were. And I really didn't even get a chance to know you because you started doing a lot more weird like, really. And the next thing you know, like, all these things around me started malfunctioning and all the other kind of stuff. So I'm still like combing through all this crap because people are weird. And then there's somebody in my energy who keeps wanting to tell me what they have on their mind. But if I don't care, keep it to yourself, dude. Write a book. You know, like don't come over here trying to kill my vibe. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Kendrick, Kanye side. Okay, like go ahead. Go ahead with that. Yeah, so it's like, you get a bunch of weirdos and then yeah, you go through phases of weirdos and you release them back to to whence they come from. It's just sad that they try to stay, for clickbait or for status or to try to make you look bad so that they look good. But no, it's kind of weird now because it was either put up or shut up. And actually, that guy had like more advantage than other guys because there was something. So when he like did that weird turn to me, it was like real extreme. So I was like, nah, abort, abort, abort. Abort means block, delete, unfollow. Um, you're in the ethers. It's above me now. That's what I mean when I let you go. Like I don't check on you. I don't make a page. I don't even remember where you live. I try my best not to even like I'll turn my face if I think I see something that looks like it's your car. Like I really don't want to talk to you anymore. Like that's how let go-ish I am. Like seriously. And then the one that tried to gaslight me by dating I wouldn't even call her anything. Like ew. By dating that thing, that's what I'll say. By dating that thing, I was like, good. Like that was a match made in heaven, honestly. I think I did good. They call me the matchmaker sometimes. Might not be a good mate, but it's the mate for you. But I did do good. Like when I was still in the field, I did give like I did hook up 2 good marriages, and they are prosperous, and they're big business to this day. And I don't speak to nobody in those groups because what happened to the one, like she actually like I ain't even gonna lie, she went from being like this far from the curb, and our talks, our friendship, and our advisory. I was giving advice like that. Like I should have been able to charge for that. That like the come up was amazing that she got from that relationship. And do you know that this box shaped hoe decided that she was gonna wage like a whole what is it? Um I don't know, like some type of status war or relationship war, or she was just trying to flaunt something in my face or whatever. And it didn't really, help because like I put you with this guy. I know you and I know this guy. So, I mean, there are a lot of great points to it. I ain't gonna lie. It was a come up. But, you know, it's a reason why people are meant for each other. People are built a certain way for, it doesn't mean that they're perfect. It just means that they were perfect for each other. And I saw that they both had things that were flawed and they both had great things that fit together. And I was able to see that and say, yeah, that's the one for you. The other one is not. And that turned into a great marriage. And I was proud of it until I saw that she was trying to like flaunt it in my face, and it was like crazy. And it was during the time where my marriage at the time was going like, and I was okay with that too, because after some time, and I realized I hadn't changed my name, that, yeah, that was the clip. So, yeah, I was happy. And actually, I'm still kind of happy because that was a practice. So I get to throw that one away. Sometimes it's a throwaway. Like, I'm happy, I'm happy. And yeah, I'm happy about that. I think my next dress will be like I don't know, lilac. When I get married again, I think I want either a lilac dress or I don't know, like a cafe pink, pink cafe or whatever. Like I don't know, I like that shade of pink with that like tannish look to it. I don't know. It's like barely pink, but it's got a hint of tan. I don't know. French pink or ballet slippers or something like that. I think that would make a cute dress. I know somebody's going to come up with this idea or try to beat me to this idea because that's what you do. You just come here and you just take my ideas. But that's great. That way, you be the first one to do it, just in case it looks weird. I can perfect it. That's the way I look at life. Mhm. You can't be no hater, cause you won't get greater, and that's what I mean. In the voice of Mater. Oh yeah! Shout out to the voiceover people that are out there. I am taking offers for voiceovers. You know what I'm saying? And I do need to see somebody about some voiceovers they did not send me. And yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that because you have gigabytes of my voice. And I don't like the fact that I was not compensated for it. And you did not fulfill the contract that you said, in which you would be sending me a copy of my voice bites. And yeah, it sucks that you're a bad business person and you sell seafood out of a row house. Yeah, I'm going to sow the seeds because, yeah, you weren't supposed to do that. And that's why business in Baltimore sucks so bad because we have a lot of people that want to license bully. Like you came at me like you were like big papa money style, but you did cheap things, and that will never escape your your character. Like you did cheap things. You cannot come off as grandeur and be cheap like that. And the fact that you were using mainly women that looked like myself, and a real bad part was you had a lot of other women that were a little bit of dark tone come in and you treated them really disrespectfully before you even got to me. You couldn't treat me disrespectfully because who vouched for me. But the issue and the problem was I didn't turn around and didn't like either one of you because you guys were wielding power you did not have. You guys were third parties at best, maybe fourth parties at best, and you guys were parading other people's power around, and it was like very offensive. And like I said, I've been in rooms, high rooms, I've been in low rooms, and I can tell you, it's the same with all these poor characteristics. It's the same. So it's like I don't feel privileged to be near certain people. I don't care how big they are, what status they. I don't feel privileged to be around you because I know your heart, even though you don't see it. I don't feel privileged to be around you, and I'll never return. Yeah, so that's that. If I see you in the room, I'll respect you enough to give you space, and I'll just keep it professional because I'm glad I seen it at this level because I ain't doing nothing. I'm just a regular old mom, just trying to do things that I'm supposed to do. I gotta go out and go grocery shopping. I don't have a car, because people sabotage. And I wouldn't invest. Like people have invested in basically sabotaging me. Like I've had people like steal, like yeah, go out of their way to steal from me to make sure they'll steal from me and then get on the internet or start a web or whatever or Twitter or something because I don't have Twitter, I don't have TikTok, I don't have anything. So they go on sites that I don't have and like try to tarnish my whole reputation. But the fact that you have to rob me to say that I'm broke means something. And then you have to get like all these people to co-sign is wow. And I never entered the room. It's just wild. So yeah, just going through the details of things that I know and things that I don't know and things that I really don't give a damn about. Yeah. So that was today. And hopefully everybody has a great day. I've got a few phone calls to make. Yeah. So have a great one. And it was lovely talking to you. I need some water.